Hello and welcome to this video on how to clean HP printers where the head can't be removed and the nozzles look like flattened discs. Have a look at my other videos if your nozzles look like spikes or if you find you can remove the head. If your cartridges look like this one, then the head is built into them, so just wipe the underside with a wet paper towel, or if that doesn't work, replace them as you'll be replacing the head at the same time. If your cartridges install into the front of the printer rather than into the print head, I don't have a method and I would contact an engineer or replace the printer. There are a few things that can cause blockages. The most common is having the printer sat idle for over a week. If it's left plugged in, it will clean itself, but without power the ink will dry out inside the head, particularly in hot weather. Air getting into the print head can also cause problems because it prevents the printer from priming the ink. This can happen when the cartridges are changed or left to run dry. Old or poor quality ink can also cause blockage, particularly the black, as it contains powdered graphite that settles over time, so give any new cartridges a shake before you install them. Finally, the microelectronics in the head can burn out. The print head doesn't last forever and the electronic can't be repaired, so the best you can do is try to clean the blockage manually and replace the printer if that doesn't work. If you suspect your print head is blocked, the first thing to do is print a nozzle check pattern to find out which colours are affected. If there are any error messages that prevent it from printing this pattern, these need to be cleared before attempting to clean the head. If your pattern is patchy or discoloured, then start by running the printer's own self-cleaning cycle. This clears most blockages, but if it hasn't worked after 3 attempts, then move on to the manual cleaning method I'm about to show you. The first thing to do is warm up the cleaning fluid. It's not essential if you caught the problem early, but it does make a big difference on stubborn blockages. The simplest way is to heat the bottle in a cup of freshly boiled water, but if you have one of the bigger bottles, you'll find the syringe comes with a plastic cap so you can heat the fluid inside it. The hot water also helps with getting the tubing onto the syringe. Draw the fluid back and forth a few times when you're filling it to try and remove some of the air bubbles, then leave it to heat up while you're getting your printer ready. Just while this finishes off, if you find you can't fix your printer and end up replacing it, then look at fitting a continuous ink supply system or CISS to the new one. They take about 20 minutes to fit and are a bit of a fiddle but save a lot of money on ink. They also protect the head from becoming blocked because the ink supply remains uninterrupted, so you don't get the problem of air or bad ink getting into the head. Whatever you end up doing, keep your printer powered on all the time so it can run its automatic head clean cycles and prevent itself from getting blocked. Open the lid to bring the print head out, remove all of the cartridges and put them to one side, standing them the same way up as they were in the printer to avoid air getting in or ink leaking out. If they're going to be out for more than an hour, put the plastic packing clips back on if you still have them, or wrap them in cling film. Cut a piece of blotting paper to size and slide underneath the head. Each piece of paper will hold 2 millilitres of fluid, so use a piece of paper towel folded into a narrow strip if you're cleaning a few colours at the same time. There are 2 adapters. The smaller one is for the colours and the larger one is for the black. The holes in the small adapter are easy to confuse, so make sure you push the syringe into the smallest one or it won't form a seal on the print head. Push the adapter firmly against the head and inject about 2 millilitres of fluid into all of the colours that need cleaning. If the fluid won't inject, then use more pressure, but if nothing comes through onto the paper towel, then it's the end of the road for your printer and you're best off replacing it rather than persisting. If you caught the blockage early, move on to the next stage. Otherwise, leave the fluid to soak for anywhere between 10 minutes to 12 hours, then flush again with 1 ml of fluid. This second flush is very important as it clears any air that might have got into the head. Remove the blotting paper, replace the cartridges and close the lid. Make sure you use fresh cartridges for any colours that were blocked, just in case it was the old ink that was causing the problem. Print a nozzle check pattern. If you're lucky, it'll come out first time, but you might like to run up to 3 self-cleaning cycles. If any colours are missing, it's probably air in the head, so inject 0.5 ml into them and put the cartridges back in straight away. If any colours come back patchy, clean them with fluid again, but leave longer between the first and second injections. I hope that helps you clean your printer, and welcome your comments and questions.